and every single person was just laughing me off. Like, oh, this is gonna be nothing.
That's not what happens.
And then at a certain point, I accidentally saw the zombies and had to stop.
I didn't say
I couldn't
anything.
warn them. I couldn't warn them. That would have been cheating, you know?
I know
Yeah.
that I totally botched a spell in what I thought it would do. Yeah, daylight. Yeah, I totally botched that one.
I rolled a 1 on every use of bardic inspiration. That's what I remember. And if I had rolled a 2 on one of those, I would still be alive.
Yeah, remember that.
We've got a dead member and someone who's almost dead. And I've already declared, if you both die, I'm not making a choice. You're both actually dead. As long as there's one of you, I can get you back.
It's like
Also, Esmeralda showed up.
it's like if one of us dies, is like you're worried as shit and sweat is pouring down your face. But if both of us die, you're like, ah, yes, balance.
Well, I can't make that choice, both in and out of character.
I think I am also down as well. I have the failure, success, death saves in place of what would be any form of health.
I don't think he rolled anything though. I think
Yeah,
he just
went down. Yeah. It was probably
So,
my
I think DM rolled 1 of his saves. Because he went down a turn before I did.
Oh, really?
But we were doing hidden saves for him.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
We know for sure I'm dead because I got 4 that were auto failures. So it's pretty consistent.
If Jesse took a hit, we know the roll succeeded because he's at 2.
So, Lior, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Really?
Yeah. You see.
That's a good sign. You're seeing things.
You see yourself fade into darkness. You see shadows rising around you, like not like smoke, like ink, but being spilled upward, and it doesn't like slither or crawl. It gathers and it forms together to form a very hollow-limbed figure with a cloak of a blank, drifting parchment. And he says to you, "Ah, my little Lior. You wore the name well. You sang it into the world. You let them forget that poor old monk, the dustling searching for blood that no longer remembers her. I offered a story and you accepted. He begged me not to touch you, and I honored it. Asked for freedom, but in return, you were to be the knife in Strahd's ribs. You died before you fulfilled your end of the bargain.
Okay. I didn't mean to.
They all
die unfinished. But you will owe me a debt. You will no longer be entirely free.
Oh. What? What? Was I free before? Is this a change of circumstances?
You were a part.
Did we lose Aaron?
Oh, okay. I thought that was me.
Can you not hear me?
Oh,
Hey,
you cut out for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, you've been cutting out. Ella.
I've been cutting out pretty bad.
Well, not now. What is happening?
You blipped
Hold
once
on.
before that I could tell, and then this time, like, yeah, we all lost whatever you said.
Okay.
Oh
Give me
man,
just
I
a second.
totally thought that was my connection on my phone, and I was like, oh man, there's like a big dramatic scene, and I'm gonna ruin it.
No, I thought I ruined it. I thought my random comment got him so sidetracked that he's just like, I'm done talking now. And I'm like,
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Should I just start over?
Yeah, no, I didn't think I was muted. I was sitting
Okay.
there talking the whole time, but yeah, I missed a lot as well.
Just
All right.
from whatever when the org jumped in. Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
really get much after that. But we got the first intro thing.
But I will offer you a choice. One touch, a touch of my power. Or rest. You and Rowan die unfinished.
Ooh,
Though,
Rowan with me? Ooh.
well,
Uh,
he originally struck the bargain.
ah. Huh. Okay.
Worked out so well for him.
Yeah, but this feels very loaded because now I'm making a choice for him, and I don't really know him that well, and I also haven't talked to him, and this feels like potentially a really big choice. I think let's not die, and I hope that's the right choice. I don't know. I don't know what Rowan's motivation was. This is stressful.
Seems legit.
I think
like you're
not dying
dead. Like you can
is
make the decision.
part of his motivation.
It's a good time to be selfish, you know.
Oh my god! I didn't really know what he was signing up for.
He manifests like a quill out, the ink coming out of his hand, and he forms a parchment that he rips from his cloak, and he's like, just sign here, and the parchment just glows and fills with scribbles and contract forms, and it says it has a line with an X at the bottom for you to sign.
Is this a language that I recognize?
No.
Okay. Not even like close to something where I'd be like, oh, that kind of looks like Abyssal or something.
It looks like sigil after sigil, like something inhuman. Like it doesn't even look like letters to you.
Cool. Right.
Now you also
name in common, I guess. Is that all right for this to be in different languages?
any language would work. And as a show of good faith, you may ask me any question.
What? Okay. What was the original bargain that Rowan struck with you?
He, in exchange for the bargain was in exchange for conquering Strahd, I would allow his dead sister to rise again.
Oh. Okay. And so he didn't know that I was going to take over his body when he made that bargain? That wasn't like part of it?
That was your one question.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll.
Goodbye. And if you fade out and into your body.
Okay.
Your address. All right. For the time being, I need you to use this. Does this work for you? This link?
Let me check.
Hold up. Let me send it directly to you.
Hold up.
Here we go.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I was like, was that meant for everybody, or
No, it was
didn't
not.
feel like it was delivered as for everybody?
I didn't see it.
So
I
guys, tell me,
saw it, and then I saw it disappear very quickly.
despite my temptation.
You'll have to
Oh
use.
gosh, are you sure you want to claim this character? Am I sure?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Aha, Aaron Psychovirus in the character.
Oh, okay,
Peter's
cool.
hack.
I got it.
All right. The rest of the party, you see black, like little ink-like tendrils form up all around Leor's body as she's almost like pulled up from the ground, and you see it kind of seep under her skin as her body looks larger. Her muscles seemed overgrown. Her eyes are darkened.
Shit, bro.
I don't see shit. I'm down.
Yeah. You have people tell you
Down,
later.
down is a vague concept. You could still be on shit.
But Leor, you're up. Take your turn.
Okay. Sorry, we just got a kiddo off the bus here. Can I skip my turn and get it on the next one because I haven't looked at the character yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, give me just a second as well.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
actually
sorry.
need
I just need to hop in the car.
Oh no, you're good.
All right, I'll be home
All
in
right.
like 5 minutes. So.
Zaro, you are up.
Yeah, action defeat a good berry.
Yes.
I want to feed Norbert a good berry and then drag him as far as I can out here.
Okay. So dragging would be half your speed.
Yeah, but if I use my bonus action to double up, I think.
Yes. I think that's fine. You can use your
I didn't
bonus
actually
action to give you
measure
more movement.
Huh?
I hate to negatively affect the situation, but isn't feeding somebody a good berry in action and then?
Yes, that's how I started. I'm using a bonus
Okay.
action to run extra.
And then you're using
My action to feed him a good berry.
That's cunning action, right? Let's do that. Pretty sure that's a rogue thing.
I can't believe as much as I love rogues in all games that I have not played a rogue in D&D yet.
you went like 10 feet here. I don't know where you started. What's your total movement?
Yeah, I think I was maybe one closer. I think I was maybe there.
I thought you were right there.
Right there. I think whatever it was, I think I was only within 10 feet of getting to him.
Yeah, I do believe you were right there.
But then I'd have 50,
Okay.
so I can 25
10.
from.
Okay, so 25, so there, and so you'd be there.
Yeah, can I try to make it a little bit longer though by maybe diagonaling it a tiny bit? Are you calculating it like that? Like we did in the past campaigns?
Yeah, so I'm just using what this is telling me, so it can get you here. It's the measurement tool actually does measure diagonals in that way for you. I think it does every other is 5 feet added.
Gotcha. Well, can I go down one more then?
That would add another 5 feet.
Not according to this. Do you see it on the screen?
Oh, I guess not. Yeah. But if you go over one, it adds 5 feet. That's what I got confused.
Cool.
Yep.
Appreciate the save.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, Norb, you're up.
If you run right back
20
in there,
feet.
well, I'm gonna shake my head at you.
Well, I think Nora would just be like, "Oh, thanks, man." Kind of shake it off, keep a respectful distance. See here. Yeah, so that's 30 feet. So Norb's.
This is what Leor looks like right now to you guys.
Norb's gonna move here. And we had not identified any as a party, we did not identify any weaknesses to these undead. Is that correct?
Distance is my best bet. Something tells me they're not going to be able to keep up with us.
Yeah, I got a proper distance, but like in terms of like weaknesses.
Yeah, no, I
no.
don't identify anything.
Nope.
Like elemental, if that's what you're getting at, but yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, Norb just barely alive and holding himself together. Keeps his distance, but still wants to assist. So, gonna cast a good old classic, old timey firebolt through the door. Nope, sorry, this fellow.
All right. This one here.
And Norb is very thematically fucked up.
Yeah, you miss.
Yep.
Well, is that it for your turn?
Double checking. I'll push forward. I'll spend 2 sorcery points in order to do the same again.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, that's
That
20 to
definitely
hit.
hit.
All right. There we go. That
All
is
right.
15 fire damage
Damn.
to Mr. Undead.
All right. He is still up. Can you roll a d20 for me?
I didn't cast a level 1 or higher spell.
No, this is for something else.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is not bad.
Cool.
Did you cut a limb off?
Yeah, that's
okay. That's a 17.
Oh, he lost his head.
Nice.
You blasted his head clean off, but he's still walking around somehow.
Don't worry, I got
Isn't that weird? What a world we live in.
Yeah.
That's not how zombies normally
What
work.
a
That's exactly well, okay, not in our world, but in D&D world, don't they just roll a dice and they get to keep living if they
Yeah.
get something? I don't know exactly the mechanic, but it's just like there's always a chance that they survive.
Yes.
All right. Etchsay,
That's
you're
it.
up.
Okay, so my question. New Leor.
Yeah. I posted a picture of her in the general chat.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see that. Let me.
Goodness.
I don't get notice. Oh, so the question. Oh, interesting. The question though, does New Leor look like she's at 1 HP or like a lot of HP?
She looks like unhurt.
I lightning bolt the middle of those northern 4.
Okay. Does that hurt Leor as well?
Yes, that's why I asked first if she's looking
Okay.
healthy or not.
Oh dang.
I think I shared the spell before. If you want to see it, I can again. But basically, dex save from all 4 in that northern quad.
I gotcha. What's it called? Lightning something?
Call lightning.
David, can you roll my dex save, David?
Sure.
Sorry, Leor.
I didn't click on your character sheet because it seemed
Nah,
like that
it's good.
rated a no. But you got a 13 just the pure roll. So you probably passed.
14.
As long as you don't have a negative modifier for 0.
So what's your save?
14.
14.
I think I'm good.
I think so too.
One zombie did not save.
Well, so it's half damage on a save.
Ooh.
Shit, only 11 damage. So 11 to the one that didn't save, and then 6 to the others.
Kindly, or you take 6. Just for future.
Roger, Dodger.
Oh, 13 was before the mod? Okay, I feel better.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
You nuked 2 of the zombies
Yes.
on their last legs, and you fried them up.
And then with my bonus action. So that is a magic action, not casting a spell. Well, I was about to heal Norbert, but he's far away. But also I have nothing else to do with my action. Let me think. I cast augury. No, I'm kidding.
No. No
Would
answer.
Would you go into the ground?
4d4
Ah.
plus 3. All right.
No. He drills into the future.
Thank you, Aaron, and also a wonderful a wonderful reference to a great anime.
So that's 11 points of healing to our boy Norb.
Ooh, thank you. You said 11 total, good sir?
Yes.
Thank you.
And
How do I get rid of this failure death save stuff?
You give yourself HP.
Yeah.
so I believe I would have to move ever so slightly closer to him, but then I would move ever so slightly farther, or I want to get back in the doorway. But that's literally like 10 feet of move total. I think I just need one square closer and then one to get back in the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that. And then that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, who do we got? Oh, that's meta.
That's my
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just seeing that Aaron was loading up individuals to the south with HP in a turn order, but that was very meta of me. So
Oh. Well, they've been there.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
of those is that lady that abandoned us.
Yeah, but I thought that I saw her enter the turn order, which was new.
Maybe. I'm unsure.
DM, can you send me the link to just the character sheet, not the claim one? Because I opened it on my phone and now I can't open it on my computer.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does that work?
Yes.
All right. Uh-huh. So, if I can get this to actually cast... Oh, there we go. Here we go. Esmeralda casts lightning bolt and really nukes this zombie over here. Oh, and I came back and
Cut out. I wasn't that interested in what that person was going to say anyway, but we didn't hear it.
oh, am I cutting out that badly?
Well, it's just like sometimes we hear you, and then sometimes it's
Usually.
like you mute yourself. What it
Just
sounds
like
Yeah.
that one line.
Yeah, like,
All right, let me just restart Discord, maybe.
it might be your input sensitivity. Like maybe it just like drops and thinks you're not talking all of a sudden. I don't know. Because like when you're coming through fine. Just all of a sudden you just stop.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I just need to turn on push the talk.
Oh, but then you're gonna forget.
I will.
Yeah. No matter.
So as Esmeralda limps forward and fires a lightning bolt at that zombie, and then kind of collapses down to her knees and goes, "Okay, that's about all I can muster at the moment." But I mean, Arabelle wouldn't stop bugging me to come back. So there you go. I'm really down now.
Arabelle's a bro for once.
Um. Okay, so we're gonna take Leor. You're gonna take some attacks.
Sure.
But you're up.
Okay. Cool. I think I am gonna end the fight.
Wait, did we get your turn from when you said go ahead and go without me? Because you might maybe get
you're
two.
you're not gonna need it. I'm
There's
gonna
only like
cast. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shatter. Oh gosh, I don't have this selected. Okay, sorry. I didn't send it to. Oh, no, it did. Okay, great. Fantastic. That's a 19 Constitution save. And they either
what
take
the hell?
29 damage or half of that.
She's triple the character level.
Damn.
Is like what level? 15?
19?
Well, it's a 7th level spell if you're looking at the chat, which means it's like character level like 15 or something. Like she should be able to end every encounter that we've done in one turn.
I don't know how long this lasts or what the price was for it, so might as well.
For all of the zombies or for both zombies?
For both zombies, yeah, because it's a 10-foot sphere and I'm centering it behind them.
Better roll them gnats.
Oh, okay. Neither zombie saves.
Surprisingly.
29 damage to both of them.
Yeah, but there's still a chance they hang on with 1 HP.
Yeah. But we then have 3 more turns in a row.
Which I wouldn't mind. I kind of want to see what my black ability does on my sword before I totally write the sword off.
I'll hold my turn then. Oh, you're before me anyway.
I do believe we're going to be out of combat.
Just keep. Do I just keep? Do I keep cutting in and out constantly, like throughout?
Well, we don't know
Because
when
I
you're
might
trying to
just
talk and not
reset like
talking.
my network settings.
Yeah, as far as we know, we've called it out every time it's happened.
Oh, okay, good. Am I coming out pretty clear right now?
Yeah,
Currently.
Okay, good.
Come on, girl.
Um. All right. So. Network. Come on.
And at one point, you did say that Leora is like larger as well.
Yeah, she looks like she's been hitting the gym.
Okay.
Come on, girl.
So are we talking like beef or tall or both?
So
Because
we're
'cause, I
talking
mean,
strength 20.
because per the image, obviously there's like some darkness.
Dude, something. Everyone's cutting out real bad for me. I'm gonna have to do something here. Hold up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it may be on your end.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm just gonna do something here. My shit is. I hope to God it's not the construction outside. I'd be so pissed.
Mm.
Oh man, I've spent like 5 hours or more on the phone with internet companies about freaking buried lines. Google Fiber would never call me when they were coming out, and we came out 3 times, and your fence didn't have a gate on it, so we just gave up. Like, well, if you would have just told me, could have fixed that for you.
Dang, I'm over here still wishing for fiber.
Well, I have the 100 megabyte plan. It's very, very low. It's less than the lowest I think Spectrum offers. So it's not like I got rocket speeds or anything.
Yeah, and in terms of my area in the TAW,
Okay, I'm back.
we still have Cox Communications. They have a monopoly.
Yeah, they suck too.
Oh, they're terrible. They have a monopoly, and we're right on the cusp. We're right on the cusp to getting fiber. So
I was gonna say, sounds like a market opportunity. Let's start a fiber company.
I'll do it just to get out from under the clutches.
So Lior, Edgetheal, Norbert, Zaro, you see the same old like ghostly chaplain like appear like at the end of the church, and he goes, "Thank you so much for what you have done, putting my children to rest." And then he tilts his head back and just laughs. And the chaplain disappears, and you realize that the laugh is coming from somewhere else. At the top of the tallest remaining column, you see that's not right. You see Strahd just sitting, watching.
Should I throw daggers at him?
Do you want to?
That was kind of a team, do I attack him? Like, I don't know that I'm verbally saying that, but like my eyes are like, what do I do? Do we kill him?
If I have the opportunity, I'm gonna throw myself at him.
All right.
Also,
I'll attack
in
him.
this, also in the same moment, are we out of combat?
For now, because I feel like some of you want to attack, we're gonna say we're still in combat.
I think that's
Oh.
one of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
What?
Okay.
How
I
about
am
this?
fresh off of death with powers I don't understand. There's never been a better moment to take out a vampire lord.
I mean, I can dig that. I was asking. Honestly, I was asking if we were going to stay within combat or not, based on repositioning. That was my whole purpose for
okay,
asking.
So yes, I will say actually that we are out of combat, but just you'll have to cut in if you are trying to attack. You can't like leave the area or anything, or do anything aggressive without like telling me. But yeah.
Okay, well, I'm on high alert. If Leora starts to move at all for an attack, I want to throw daggers.
Okay. I mean, just to be clear, we have never once even discussed that, like, killing or at all attacking Strahd is something we would ever do, let alone just the next time we see him. And I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I'm saying Edge say I was factoring that into how he would react.
Okay. With respect to that, I think where Norbert's at is I don't think Norbert feels like he's up to the snuff to kill Strahd, but at the same time must be defensive of Strahd. And like anytime he appears, it's like, hey, I'm not going to necessarily try to instigate things, but I am prepared to fire the fuck off it, at any point in time. So with that, intention in mind, and me asking whether we were in combat or not, I was going to, if we were out of combat, I was going to move Norbert up the rocky slopes, assuming these were like, and I can go up to like a half pillar for high range, for basically the higher ground for spell casting. If that's okay.
Just beware that Strahd is above, probably on a 15-foot pillar above you.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean,
I have the high ground.
Yeah.
I took the mid ground then.
For sure. So Strahd, like as the chaplain disappears and stops laughing, he kind of slow claps. And he stands before you. He says, such exquisite suffering. I couldn't have choreographed it better myself. You should have seen yourselves straining, bleeding, clutching your lives with filthy, shaking hands. All for nothing. There were no souls to save, no grieving spirits, only my will and your blind trust. Oh, the poor chaplain. This was never a sanctuary. It was a stage, and you, my puppets. How beautifully you danced. And while you screamed in the dark, Irina made her choice. And I gave her a choice. And now, without you there to interfere, I am now reunited with my love.
I want to cast a spell at him.
Do it. What are you doing?
Fireball.
Okay. Where is it centered?
How far away am I from him? Yeah, it's centered on him. And it's a 20-foot radius sphere. So I don't think that anybody else should be impacted by it. I don't know. He's up in the air. Norb, you're a little close. Maybe it's right behind him, so Norb's out of the.
You can say that it's up far enough in the air. It's probably not going to hit Norb if you center a sphere. Yeah. I think you can.
Okay. Yeah. Great. That's what I would like to do. I would like to hit him with fireball.
Do it.
Oh my goodness. It's a 19 dexterity save.
All right.
Leora was the
He
wrong
does
person
save.
to do this because she is impulsive. She was the wrong person to have imbued with strange powers.
I would argue the other way. I think it's awesome.
Okay, if he saves, he still takes half of the damage, which would be
Okay.
20.
You see that fireball just engulf him like a little miniature sun. Like that comes out of you, this magic that you didn't even know you had, and it just overcomes him in flame. And you see a small hand reach out, fingertips just come out of the ball and just swipe it away. And Strahd looks annoyed. And his cape is a little scorched. And he says, "You attack me? You misunderstand your place. I'm not some warlock to be banished, not some beast to be slain." And he jumps down onto the ground. I am the ancient. I am the blood. I am the land. And he raises that same hand, and the ground groans. The stones tremble. And behind him, you see the swirling clouds of Barovia slowly part. And you see a single beam of sunlight, like true sun. And Leor, this is crazy.
Yeah, Aaron, we lost you.
And it pierces through the heavens. Oh, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, you're back.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the swirling clouds, a single beam of sunlight. It is the true sun, which Leor you've never seen before. And it pierces through the heavens and strikes him full in the chest. And his cloak, which was scorching, ignites instantly. His skin cracks like old marble. And the light consumes him. And he laughs. He begins to disintegrate from his chest into his limbs and turning his whole body to ash. But his face does not scream. It just laughs. And he looks at you straight in the face, Leor, and says, "The light always fades, but I am the night that follows." And his whole form collapses into black ash onto the ground. And the sunlight that was momentarily there closes. The clouds close, and it disappears.
And he's gone.
He's gone. He's a pile of dust on the ground.
Okay, well, at level 6, I'll be trading out my useless daylight spell.
Leor screams in rage and frustration, which I will not do into the mic for the sake of all of your ears, but
And Leor, you can now use your regular character sheet.
Figured.
You feel the power fade.
What is my health on my regular character sheet?
You can be at your regular max HP without your bonuses.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Hi guys. Do I look right again?
Yeah, I mean, you look right. You look well. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, do
I was gonna say yes. Your body went back to normal. Like you look back to the normal look of Leor.
Yeah, I mean, you're back to normal. You're back to your body look of normal, as someone I think would say.
Could we tell that she was like all the way dead and then got weird extra magic powers and is alive again?
Is there a medicine check?
There is a medicine.
Yeah, there's a medicine check.
Never
Hope you're
seen
good
that
at
one.
medicine.
Yeah,
How you
that's a
do?
whiz skill.
By the way, you were cutting out a bit, DM. Did you say that Leor got like hulked out as in bulk or tall or both?
More like
Six.
bulk.
Okay.
Yeah, she was definitely dead. You're pretty sure that she was dead. Like,
Now has
And then I saw her cast 2 spells she's never cast before, so I'm gonna assume I definitely noticed that was kind of weird too. So I'm
yeah,
gonna say, Leor, we're gonna need to discuss why you are revived by some other entity.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Well,
No judgment. It happened to Norbert too. I think at my benefactor's action.
Wait, did I do that? Did I
You
get
died,
all?
but if I remember right, I brought you back by making a deal with some weird shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. no, I'm just I don't know. I'm just being fucking jerked around on a chain by people, forces who are playing around with us, and I'm really over it. And I maybe sold my soul or whatever, and maybe Rowan's soul too, and it didn't even make a fucking difference.
Yeah, that does seem a little hairy. It was cool though. What you did.
It
Yeah,
was
well,
very cool.
I mean, I don't think I can ever do it again. So, good luck.
I'll
I
agree.
think
that
it was
but what Strahd did was like clearly 10 times cooler.
yeah. Well, and regardless of coolness, I think look, I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna fight Strahd, we need to well, I think that choice has been taken from us now, but I think we need to plan, maybe learn something about him. We don't even know what he is.
I think he's a vampire.
All evidence suggests otherwise, right?
Why,
I don't know.
why did I agree to this? If this thing could kill Strahd, if it had the power to kill Strahd, it would have just fucking done it. Now I'm on the hook for this deal with this thing that can't even help me.
I mean, it might. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting to think that all of the choices in this are just bad choices. Like this sword that I got that I don't even know how to use, that was a mistake. Accepting this deal might have been a mistake.
I look at Edgethea after the entire conversation we're currently having. Like, am I even alive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was that one time in the house that you looked like a zombie, but that was just because of the house, I think.
Oh, okay.
Zaro, you see.
I don't see much apparently.
What?
We lost you, Aaron. We lost you. You see.
Gosh, this is.
Yeah, it's weird, dude, because you're in and out. Like, basically, for more often than not, you'll start like a sentence and then you'll drop.
And your
Okay,
audio is
I'm
perfect
just-
quality, except for when it's totally gone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
interrupts everything.
Okay, I'll be back. This is really frustrating.
Oh, that's a lot of suspense. I see something, guys. Let's take guesses on what it is.
I want to toss out, by the way, Aaron's gonna keep freaking out about this. So we gotta agree. Like, if we lose a whole sentence, ask him to repeat that. But like, if it's like 1 or 2 words, we gotta just ignore it, or he'll obsess. He's gonna obsess.
I'm cool with that, but I thought we tried the first round with the original Leor drop. You know, the Leor lore drop. And he kind of actually fast forwarded too much, I thought.
Well, there was one drop.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
It was
When we
unnoticed.
lose a whole chunk, we gotta tell him. But
he dropped from like the sky opens and the sunlight comes down and cut out for like 10 seconds, and then he's like this piercing ray of sunlight, and I was like, never to speak.
That's true. That's something. Okay. Honestly, I feel. Yeah. Like
I
we've
feel like
only.
I feel like the original Leor lore drop, we missed a big chunk there. So I don't know, but I agree. We'll have to help him along the way, whether it's big or small.
Yeah. And
You
as I
say
thought
the
about it, we
original
are kind
Leor
of
lore
already
drop.
doing that.
Yeah,
The
as in
original
this
Leor lore drop this session, because I feel like
session.
there have been quite a few big
Ye-
Leor lore drops.
and that is an extremely fair add-in. Yes. This session, the first.
Yeah.
When you were basically when you were
All right.
whatever you want to call it, reanimating.
Yeah.
Suspense is killing me. What did I see?
One
Right, I
sec.
thought we were good
Oh
now.
my God, Zach, I just completely restarted my computer. Just- Can I just? Oh, it didn't bring me back to the episode. So you still see that your sword as one side is still a deep black, and you also see the enemy white that you downed is glowing white.
So it's recharged. That's what you're saying.
Does it look
Wait.
like it's about to explode?
The sword is still glowing white, or it's glowing white again, or the
No,
enemy?
the sword is no longer glowing white. It's only glowing black now, but the enemy is glowing white, and you feel weakened.
Okay, I will use the black on the white enemy.
It disintegrates with a huge force of power. And your sword returns back to the black and white.
Okay.
And then you hear from the sword, balance.
Yeah, it still would be great. I don't know, Sword, if you can refashion yourself as something that I can use proficiently. That would be great.
How dare you?
Maybe just a slightly shorter.
Right, just a little
Oh,
thinner.
what if we break it?
Huh?
If we break
Oh,
it in
just snap
half,
it in
it'll
half?
be a short sword.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I like you if you break the sword.
Will that
You
hurt
would have
you if I break you into a short sword?
you would
Can I
have to
do
break
that?
this. You would have to break the sword equally in half.
I'm
It
not
is also
picky.
magic, which means it's like unbreakable.
I was
Like,
just
it
thinking
doesn't
about.
need a stopping point. Like, if it's just
No, you're
like, you know,
right.
like the Aragon, no, whoever would killed the main boss of Lord of the Rings the first time around, the Isildur, the little broken sword.
Yeah.
I'll fight with that. That's cool.
I cannot change my shape.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll do it for you.
All right. Esmeralda is like starting to pass out onto the ground.
What's
I thought she
wrong
already
with
did
her?
pass out. I have
Oh.
one. Are we out of combat?
Yep.
I have one good berry. I will go give her a good berry.
No, I can do healing word and give her a
Oh,
little
okay.
more. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
She helped.
I call lightning on her. No, I'm
Oh
kidding.
no. All right.
She's got 8 healing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh man, feels so much better. I lost a lot of blood back there. Ooh, I never want to see this stupid church again.
All right, I think
But-
you should tell us what your connection is to Strahd. He staged all this. Why did he want you?
I don't know. What do you mean Strahd staged this.
Did you not? I tried to light him on fire. He disintegrated into blinding sunlight.
And he literally said,
all that?
Okay, you gotta give me. I've been in and out with blood loss, so I vaguely remember some of this. Strahd showed up.
Yeah.
Well,
or did he?
Strahd probably doesn't like me too much, but I'm not annoying enough for him to bother with me.
What about the fact that you're like a traitor to the Vistani? What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, I had nothing to say other than I'm sorry for trying to protect my people.
Yo,
Whatever,
that's
I don't
cool to
fucking
me.
care.
I'm just asking a question. Everyone's so
I-
defensive.
I didn't like the way you phrased that.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I was look. I don't have much tact. I grew up in a forest. We literally used zombie slaves. I don't know. I didn't learn social skills.
Yeah, I can tell. Not that we're in a place that uses much social skills, so all right. Well, I'm out of here. I came in. I don't think I did too much, but whatever.
You tried.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going now. See you guys later.
Bye,
Actually,
Esmeralda. We'll see
yeah.
you. Where are you going? Maybe we want to come visit you.
No. I mean, maybe later. Not I'm off. Don't follow
God,
me.
I hate
Wizard
Barovia.
Tower.
Oh, right. Yeah. By the way, the whole Irina thing, guys, I mean, I don't think there's much we can do if he was telling the truth, but also, like, uh, yeah, I guess there's really not much to say.
Yeah. He probably extorted her. He probably did a lot of damage to the city after we left if he got her to agree to that. She was in a safe spot. She wouldn't have come out unless he had leverage on her. Which just means we fucked the city over more by bringing her there in the first place. But what does it matter? Everyone I knew there doesn't remember me because I died 11 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It seems like he's always got the upper hand on us. It's pretty frustrating, to be honest.
You know what, though? I am feeling inspiring now. I would like to spend 10 minutes giving you all a speech and temporary health points.
Oh, I love a good speech, especially when they're 10 minutes long exactly.
The passion is lit again. We're taking 10 minutes. I would also like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual then. If we're
Did you say
taking
it was
10 minutes.
10 temp HP? Or how much?
It's my level plus my charisma modifier, so it's 8 HP.
Nice.
8 temp.
You don't have a +5 with my stolen stats?
To charisma? No, I don't. Should have asked me what it was a couple minutes ago, though.
Bro, a 19 as your casting modifier, that's +9. It starts at 10. Unless there's other factors I'm unaware
my
of.
dex saving throw when David rolled and he was like, I rolled a 13, and I don't usually use it on my phone, so I was like trying to figure out like where are the saving throws, and I like panned over to it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Another +8.
Yeah, we'll call that your beast mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of character, I was like, if we're ever gonna fight Strahd, it's now. In character, I was like, I'm fucking running if a fight starts.
Arabelle like kind of hesitantly like approaches Lior and says, "Lior, were you really dead for 11 years?
Yeah, apparently.
That's why
How-
11 years?
How old are you?
I'm 11.
Pookie.
Absorber.
Hmm.
Absorber, Lior.
Then you'll be 22. Oh wait, that's not. I don't think that's how that works.
Absorber Piccolo style.
I mean, the question isn't why 11 years, right? 11 years because I happen to die 11. The question is why now? Why, how, who put me back here now? I guess why isn't really the question. They want me to kill Strahd, and I fucking can't, so.
Not until you absorb her.
The why now, I mean, this is meta, but because Rowan died. Right?
I was there before Rowan left.
Right, we have all these questions about Rowan's
Right.
departure.
No, you're right. You're right.
But we were in a weird
confused.
house. And so, okay, so like real talk. Here's my theory. I think maybe that house had ghosts in it, and I was one of the ghosts. And I don't think that I could leave unless I left like with somebody. And so I think that somebody was Rowan, and I don't think Rowan knew that he was signing up for that. But I think that I've kind of like taken over the spot of his soul and maybe doomed him. I don't know. If I could like get him back, that would be cool. I don't think he intended to do that, but I have no idea how to do that. And yeah, I don't know how to kill Strahd, and that's the only way I get out of this. So.
Tough cookies. See you later, Lior.
Hey, there's something that Ava used to tell me about my birth, about how potential seers are born when the domains weaken. Every
What
11
domains?
I don't like. Again, this is she. I don't talk to her that often. She lives so far away, but the barriers weakened every 11 years.
I think we gotta go see Ava.
I think we need a lot of information, and nobody's ever willing to.
I thought we were
give
going to
any of it.
Kresk. I don't want to go all the way back to see Ava.
Wait, are we already past that?
Well, Ava's the other direction.
Oh, the other direction. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
If only we had that Palantir.
No. Because
I was gonna
Strahd needs
say,
to know more about us.
Every single thing we get that's supposed to like potentially be good is a curse. It's the curse of Strahd. It's all gonna be bad.
It's not that bad.
I thought we had all them places we were supposed to get to, and then once we get to them and get their things, then we're good, right?
I'm not gonna lie, as important as the whole Strahd thing is, it's like that feels like a pipe dream. We literally, like I said, don't even know. We all think he's a vampire, but like he can walk in sunlight, and he keeps saying he's like a god. Regardless of what he is like.
I feel like I should be able to roll something to know more about Strahd's status. Was it history?
Yeah, so specifically like what's behind his power.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've probably heard stories about this. Living in the Vistani camp.
And is it
do a history check?
And if he's weak to daylight.
Get rid of that spell, man.
Well, yeah. If he's a vampire, what are the rules of vampires is still a huge question.
Right.
Oh, so yeah, he's 100% weak to daylight, pure daylight, 100%.
Strahd is or vampires aren't? Or
Strahd is at least because you saw it kill him.
Just now?
Yeah.
He seemed pretty cool with it.
But I don't know if that was really Strahd or if that was just like a manifestation of Strahd, right? Like, can he do
Well-
that? Can he like send copies of himself to places?
So, first off, I agree that he can send copies to. This is my running thesis on that, but also, I'm just running with the daylight joke, but I was my whole intent, if you didn't just murk his ass with the fireball, which was awesome. I was gonna try to misty step above him and then just daylight and then fall on him and see what happened.
If he did basically just self-kill to get a free res back home, meta knowledge. No, I'm not
If
even
he
gonna
has
say
something-
meta knowledge.
But if he
No,
has
I-
something that can resurrect him,
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like a single body resurrection, or it could be a clone situation. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it does feel like that, doesn't it?
Well, do we-
Wait. There was something about this in our Taroka reading.
Ooh, you're good at lore and and all that, so I'm gonna believe you.
Okay. That one, okay, where we can go to gain power. Where we can go to gain protection. History, Hunter, Broken One. When you went to kill your enemy, you'll find him in the tomb of the only man. Maybe not. I thought there was something in here about weakening him. There's something. There's hints for how we can.
No,
get
it was
power.
wasn't it like the 3 locations? Like once you take down these 3 locations or something, then that weakens him. I agree with you, Alina. I believe there was something in there that led to that.
Yeah, I don't have it specifically in our notes though, and I was trying to be pretty detailed with the Taroka notes.
Yeah, I thought you had everything in the notes. At least as far as the Taroka reading.
It's important to my character. She
There are
doesn't
three-
believe she doesn't believe in other planes. She doesn't really believe in God, but she does believe in Taroka.
I mean, here's one thing. There's 3 permanent teleportation circles. Perhaps
Yes.
those are 3 locations.
I feel like it
We
was 3
could-
things.
We could just fucking leave.
They
So
could
with
both be
your
3 separate.
I mean, I can't. Where am I gonna go? In my stolen body with my dead soul.
from
Okay,
your history
okay.
check, from
Yeah.
your learnings of the stories that were told among the Vistani and even in the towns themselves, that Strahd is immortal, like perpetually immortal, hundreds and hundreds of years. And they talk of long ago there were 3 very powerful ancient beings that some people believe that Strahd killed or stole their power to bind the valley to himself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Should we
So
find
we weren't wrong. We just forgot.
Right. It was.
I don't
wasn't the
know
Taroka
if you
reading.
like
No.
putting a bunch of different stuff together, but
Yeah, because it's the
No.
3 Fanes. That was that was the night that I
No.
died. I told that story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm remembering that as well, and I'm currently searching the shit out of our general.
There you go.
It's in the notes channel, and it's literally the second message.
Thank you.
The
Should
3
we go
Fanes,
to
the
a-
Weaver, the Huntress, and the Seer, original forces of
Thank
magic and
you.
power in Barovia before it was beset by darkness and the mists, each one with their own specific kind of magic, and they represent different parts of the land. So if we restored the Fanes, he would have no power.
Yes.
And we did
And
have
that's what-
something in our Taroka reading about restoring ancient gods.
Yeah, and there was the Amber Palace of Darkness. If any of you guys know what that means.
Yeah. Start in an amber palace of darkness.
It literally said to
Yeah.
start there, so I feel like that'd be a good-
Quit.
Yeah, that would be great. Shrines
we-
of murdered gods.
Can we do a check on that to see if we know anything about that? What an Amber Palace of Darkness might be.
Or ask Arabelle. We already asked Arabelle. Just in character, I cannot remember that. So it's pinned in our channel, though, if someone else wants to go look at the notes.
I don't
Currently
remember
looking.
what. I need to look and see what she said before.
I went through and I spoilered everything that Lior doesn't remember so that I don't accidentally see it. And I can, like, actually out of character forget it.
Yeah, so that was what I was reading, was in a spoilered thing, further deeds from Arabelle. Shrines of murdered gods help the lands find peace to gain power. Start an Amber Palace of Darkness.
Did Arabelle say more on it?
That's what I have in here. That's like further deets from Arabelle. These are your notes, though. You took them.
Oh, no, that question mark. Sorry, I'm looking now. That question mark is Arabelle had no idea what that meant.
Oh.
Yeah, Arabelle does not know.
What about my sword? My sword know anything about that?
Arabelle, perhaps soul twin or something. I guess we're back to square one.
So you want to ask the sword?
Sure.
I think you only asked this. You got one question left for the day, I guess.
Wait, I have a question. You've never said I have a certain number of questions I can ask the sword.
Well, not a number of questions, but he can only speak like twice a day, really.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was once, honestly, but
It was like he's very weak, in a weakened state.
How do I make you stronger? Would be my one question then.
Assemble my bones where I lay to rest.
Any ideas where that is?
No response.
That was to the party.
to
He
be
didn't say
fair,
anything to me about it.
to be fair, that's the exact question he asked last time. And for Zaro, that was like yesterday. So we probably remember that.
All right, fine. If that's true,
I feel like
I'll let you have
feel
that
like
one.
It's definitely true. I mean, that's
I
not
feel
the exact wording, but that's like what he asked and the answer he got.
Yeah, I did not.
I feel like Norbert would just ask, "Why would a sword have bones? That's dumb."
All right, what do you want to say to the sword?
I guess nothing. I'm limited. I'm gonna not say anything
Oh,
to it at this exact moment.
okay.
Okay.
But yeah, none of you guys have any ideas about the bone to this dude.
No,
I'm still picking through the notes. I've got the
Well, we've got a map.
I've got the 3 Fanes thing saved, and then I'm looking towards the readings, and I wanted to compare and contrast the Fanes and the readings.
Is this church on our map, DM? Are we at this like church looking building that's kind of falling into ruins?
Let me look. No.
No. Okay.
So
church.
yeah, I don't think you are even to that fork in the road yet. Before it.
Okay. Would I know what that thing is?
The
thing that looks like a church. The thing that looks like the place we currently are. Looks
fair.
like a ruinous church.
This can't be on the map because I made it up.
we don't know that.
If you don't know this, that I've made up this entire campaign. Just
we start. The name is from the module. Everything else,
yeah.
we've just gone so rogue.
I was supposed to just be a teddy bear.
Curse of Strahd was
Honestly,
actually a one shot.
That sounds more true than false.
Well, I know that the guy that we tried to ambush on the last session is real because I saw fan art of him.
I love that.
Oh, who did we try to ambush?
The
Oh.
guy
The
who
genocide
slaughtered
guy?
the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which guy?
Hold on, did you just admit it?
Not in character, I didn't.
I know.
Not-
Even out of
Ugh.
character, though. That's our confirmation. We'll play it close to the chest, though. We're all pretty good at not metagaming.
So
Yeah, I was just thinking about this as Norbert, and the three feigns are definitely something to think about, but at the same time, I don't think Norbert would think much of it in terms of just simply our destinations and our goals. So I think he would be much more focused on the Taroka readings than anything else. And as we've discussed as a party, we've already met the broken one, right? And we've discussed that.
Yeah, we think
Or no,
so,
the
yeah.
charlatan.
The
The
charlatan.
charlatan. Yes. And party, have we did we decide that the other four were destination?
Just real quick, you guys all think you're all on the same page that the charlatan was that dude that was helping us in the warehouse?
Yeah,
I
like
am
Tapio.
I am big on that.
Okay.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it.
As you're looking at the map, Leeward, and looking at that place, Arabelle perks up and goes, "That's the dragon place, right? That's the one that died."
The dragon place?
Yeah, the Night Lords live there. Something they tried to stop Strahd, but they all died. Well, no, we don't. You don't go there. They didn't quite die, and I think they would kill us if we went there.
I don't know. Sounds like maybe we've got some common goals.
My sword has a dragon on it. I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go to the creepy dragon church.
And did you take the book that was the Order of the Silver Dragons? Are these silver dragons? Do we know anything about these dragons?
They're really, really old. I don't know. We try to avoid that place because no one comes back from there.
Okay, and our paladin entry for our Taroka reading was House of a Dragon, heart once pure, corrupted by hatred, bring peace house to earn protection from the devil. So we gotta bring peace to the house. If those are the same things, which are kind of a leap.
No, I feel like how many dragon churches are there gonna be in Barovia? I've never seen a dragon. We don't have dragons here. I'm going out on a limb. I assume the DM will correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, you know that there's like stories of like an ancient dragon, but it was like it's kind of like mythological in a sense, like maybe just more of the symbol of the order, but not like a literal dragon.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, how many dragon houses are going to be? Let's go. We've got a dragon sword that talks to us sometimes. We've got a dragon church that's haunted, and we've got Taroka readings and House of a Dragon. I think it's a good move.
Okay,
and that card was the paladin. Come on.
Yeah, party. Once we get there, remind me to ask the sword where his bones are.
Yeah.
But when we get there, because I want to get a more specific answer.
I might suggest, if the rest of the party is amenable to this, going off the path and just going, like, kind of shooting a path south and see if we can cut some time.
Arabelle,
Strahd's tracking us, so like, why be on the path?
Arabelle kind of pouts and says, "Well, I'm not going with you there. I'd rather turn back now."
You don't have to come.
Well, who's going to take me back to Valaki?
Back to where? You're going all the way back to Valaki?
Yes.
What were you trying to get out of this? Why are you with us?
Because I thought you were going to Kresk.
I mean, eventually.
No, not if you die at the dumb dragon temple.
Okay,
Listen,
she just
I've already
Yeah,
died
I'm not-
twice at least. So
I'm not gonna lie, my personal motivation is to go to Kresk, and I have yet to see any real reason why I'm trying to get involved in any kind of plot to kill Strahd.
because it's your destiny. It was in your Taroka reading.
What? And even if
Jake
we don't
is
decide to
not
kill
saying
Strahd,
that. Edge the how is.
can we help the
Well,
sword out?
I have a couple things I'd like to potentially add to that. First off, even though we all know each other's 5 Taroka readings, weren't these all personal Taroka readings?
So we got personal Taroka readings, and we also got a party Taroka reading that said we were here to
Okay.
save Barovia.
Okay, so the list that we're all talking about right now was the party Taroka reading, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that clarifies some things. Second off, didn't we not identify one of the 5 in Kresk? Like, what was the one that we all thought we were gonna find in Kresk?
Or what?
Because
Otherwise?
basically that's gonna be the deciding factor between, option A in Kresk of Taroka reading and option B in what I think we've clearly identified as the Paladin.
There was one that we thought was the healer, the top card for history.
Okay.
The history spot. Find water aglow with the light of the sun to the west behind the walls of man. So that's a city to the west.
Okay.
And we thought that was most likely Kresk.
Okay, so we've got a most likely and we've got almost a definitive.
Yeah.
And as a party, I think, I just wanted to put that all on the front. It's like as a party, now we're talking about this.
Yeah, and which are
'Cause
we closer?
I didn't want to forget about Kresk either. I wanted to weigh our options as a party.
Yeah, I had already forgotten about Kresk, so I very much appreciate that.
Arabelle pouts and sits down on the ground and is like, well, you guys decide where you're going, so I can decide whether or not to come with you.
Okay.
Because I can still make it back.
Go to Kresk?
Because I want to go to the abbey there.
The one that restores dead people.
Yes.
Is that why you're going?
Maybe.
Who do you know other than me who's dead?
Well, my dad.
Okay. Okay. Very interested in finding ways to bring dead people back to life. We are significantly closer to the Dragon Church.
Can you just drop me off at Kresk and come back? It looks like you could do that. It looks like there's a long winding path from the crossroads.
Yeah, long being the key word. You just do the short little trip with us, then we'll get you to Kresk.
I can't go to Kresk if I'm dead.
You won't be dead.
Also,
Okay.
maybe you can. Death doesn't stop us all.
Okay.
Hold on.
And if
What kind of
die-
creatures? What kind of creatures are there? Like, we just fought 9 zombies and literally suffered to death. Speaking of, side note, next time someone dies, I'm not saying don't take strange entities offers to revive you, but I'm just tossing out there the information. I do also have that power now.
That's good to know, and you probably have a much less steep cost.
Look, yes, probably. I mean, look, I drive a hard bargain, but
But you also
I
aren't coming
hadn't
as
said
a
that
level 15
before.
wizard.
I hadn't said it before, so I don't blame you.
Let me think. They don't speak. They scream without mouths. They walk the hills, the halls, the hills to remember better days. I don't remember how the story goes. I'm not good with the stories. I'm more like, one-off, tell people the future type of thing. But I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of dead people in armor and that they're gonna kill us.
What's their week?
What
I
kind of
could
armor?
take 10 minutes.
I'm not a blacksmith.
Well, and you also haven't presumably seen them. I was wondering if it was in the story. Come on.
They're wearing shining silver, like mirrors on horses.
Hmm.
They're
Yeah, maybe we
definitely
go to
the
Kresk and get better weapons.
That's what I was thinking. I could spend 10 minutes and ask my god just for a little vague sense, like, hey, is this even roughly, can we survive this encounter? But no promises that I even get anything useful.
I mean, you guys can go. Just drop me off at Kresk first, please. Like, at that point, it's fine.
But Leora, you could still take this longsword if you want. You're proficient with it.
That sword doesn't want me.
So, is it gonna actually stop you?
Yeah. It was mean.
DM, while this entire conversation is going on, would you mind if Norbert checks the perimeter and just anything, like a general cleanup?
Sure. Do a investigation check.
And to wrap up my response to Leora, he can only talk once a day, so he can only be mean once a day. Like, right? It's not to deal with.
Yeah,
you can only say anything useful once a day.
You find some canvas and old bits of wood and lumber, but nothing really significant.
We find anything historical? Maybe that was already what Norbert was looking for, but
yeah. Honestly, DM, would you make that I wasn't trying to be rude. It was make the best of the time situation, but would you allow the whole squad to do an investigation on the area?
I did cast detect magic, by the way.
That is true.
If it's pertinent.
I don't think you would have seen anything. When did you cast detect magic?
Just now while I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as I understand it, there's no real time crunch, so I'd try to walk generally the whole area. I would attempt. If something stops me.
Edgetheo, come look at these bones. Look at these bones. Are these magic bones?
Are these good bones? Are these good bones?
I did have it up. Before the fight.
Poking at this child skeleton and be like, Edgetheo, are these magic?
Are these good bones?
They are not magical.
I could reanimate them if you want.
Damn, God, I died for that. I thought that those bones were gonna be something. This is a locked door. I want to bash this door in. Now I'm mad.
I'm gonna try to stop you and just say, I'll pick that for you.
Yeah, can we all just work together to work through the church? Can we just work together to work through the church?
I don't know. If Leora glares at me, I'll just let her get some frustration out. But otherwise, I'll pick the lock door.
You kick the door open, and yeah, you find the room mostly empty. You find a big stack of papers underneath a rock in that room.
Can I read them?
You look through them all. Nothing really of note there. You do find a scroll of purify food and water.
Sweet.
But that's about it.
I'm gonna give that to Norbert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, thank you.
Yeah, it seems like you'll have better use of it than me.
All right, and to be clear, we're not gonna go and like get slaughtered by knights or anything.
I'd still like to.
I hella support going to Kresk. At the very
Okay.
least on the way.
Okay. Please don't change your mind later, because it's a long trip back.
You just said,
Also-
just go ahead and drop me off real quick. It's no big deal.
Yes, please, or do that. As long as we agreed, we'll do one or the other. You either go to Kresk or at least drop me off at Kresk. I'm fine.
right.
With or without due process.
Both.
I'm sorry. It's trying to be topical.
Oh my goodness. When
Mhm.
I was in my sophomore year of high school, I did this video thing on the biggest issue facing our
You're
country. It'll be super easy to do it on immigration, and it haunts me. Especially this year, it haunts me. Stupid kid.
As we're coming out of this, since DM stepped away for a second, Lior wants to ask Norb if he remembers what my personal Taroka reading was from Madame Ava, because I don't remember it, but I know that I forgot it.
Oh goodness, you're asking me?
Yeah. I mean, just like if you remember, not like to be weird about it or anything.
I do not. I'm sorry. I don't even remember mine.
Well, I remember yours. You had the artifact and the druid. You should remember that.
Should I? All right.
Hold on
Yeah.
here.
Lior's very intense about Taroka.
Yeah, I just don't think about much of that, It's one of those things where
I remember because it was weird that you got the druid card and the druid didn't get the druid card,
What's
I
that?
am so confused as to whether you guys are having legitimate memory issues or
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, to be fair.
In game,
No,
but my memory is so bad. I feel like I can't say that.
In character, Lior doesn't remember. So
I will be honest. It's both. But that's why I chose to play Norbert the way I did. So
yeah, it's too late to be anything other than forgetful. Sorrow.
Actually,
no,
do you remember what my Taroka card was?
I remember. Look. Here's all I even remember about my own. I love ravens, and there's some kind of beast situation.
Yeah, which
Here's
was
what I
like
know about
perfectly logical, right? It made total sense for you, but
we got the ghost. Oh, and we got mist.
fuck.
Destiny completed. You've turned into mist and a ghost, right?
That's it. Lior goes quiet at that.
Human Jake is looking at it. Character edge Theo, isn't gonna have memorized that. Like,
Sure, yeah. Beyond I don't know, there was a ghost in the cards or what. Yeah, that was the intention of
legitimately forgot my own. Legitimately forgot everybody's. Probably largely to the point of wait, we did a Taroka reading.
No, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on right now. So can we reverse 10 seconds? I was sitting there researching, different spells, and I got hit with that. I was like, what?
Lior has forgotten, among other things, her own Taroka reading.
Okay.
And I just asked if you happened to remember the card in character.
No,
what about
I don't even remember my own. I'm kind of bad at this stuff.
But that was yours was the artifact and the druid. I told you, that was in character. I was explaining to you.
Okay. Okay.
So, Lior, I don't have much of a memory, which is why I'm sure you asked the other two people first. What I do have is some psychic skills. I could perhaps try to unblock your mind.
Whoa. I don't know if you want to be in there. I don't know what's going on in there, but like, sure.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I don't know.
he's possessed by a demon. Don't let him in your mind.
Well, I'm actively
Sorry, Zara,
possessing
but-
somebody else, apparently. So, you know, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, she's actively possessing somebody else while still being dead. So it's just like, you know,
All right,
This is all getting way too complicated.
well, it's like, where
Yeah.
does the logic start and end?
But DM, are you willing to let me roll something for trying to psychic?
Oh, that's awesome.
Lior?
I'm gonna try to help my memory issues.
With my psychic skills.
Jeez, where the fuck was I at in my own brain while I'm staring at screens?
Which is, let's see. I will let you do a insight check.
Oh, it is a 5. I could boost it by a 1d8, but I doubt it's gonna make that big of a difference. Yeah.
You try to like look into the mind and carefully like coax out and sense hidden memories, but you don't seem to be getting anything. You don't really make any progress.
Yeah. Sorry, Lior.
Maybe you can try again tomorrow.
I won't remember.
I'll remind you.
Okay.
BRB, everybody. Family call.
Okay.
That was good.
All right, off to Kresk. Let's go.
Off to Kresk.
Edgethao did in character tell me that I got the ghost card though, right?
Yes. Yeah, ghosts and myths.
Okay, yeah, then Lior is pensive as we're walking.
Those are good cards, right?
That's what she's thinking about.
That's fucking weird. Sorry. Yeah, no, my brother from out of state called me. So I told him I'd call him in 15 to 45. So
right.
Sorry, where are we at?
Hitting the road to Kresk.
Nice.
Crickety Kresk, and we're hitting up a library.
I actually do remember where I left off before I got completely just deminded. Lior, what was the water spell the water spell scroll that you gave me?
Oh, purify food and water.
Purify food and water. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I was going to type that in, and then I think I got hit with everything. I was like, what?
I hope now that we've discussed it as much as we have, it ends up being the thing that like wins the game.
I hope so too.
All we need is pure water, guys.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was gonna say I can cast that for free.
Right.
If me keeping it in my pocket makes more sense. No, I don't mean like always. I just mean like I can use this scroll, whereas it would be a roll for him. I'm not that attached, like you said. I don't think that's going to be the game changer, but
I think pure water is a big win for our entire economy. If you think about it.
Something tells me you're purifying a flask, not like an ocean.
Does it say that? It probably does.
I think we'd probably do more harm than good if you purified the ocean.
Okay, sure. But my point is, like, I don't think you're saving the world with the spell.
Lior's like, what's an ocean?
This is all fair. This is all relevant. By the way, how far down the well am I if I'm sleeving Magic the Gathering cards while playing D&D with my friends?
It's very magical.
What color?
I run normally a blue-black.
Oh, blue is the worst.
Rude.
Blue sucks.
The blue, the natural, you can't do that deck.
Yeah, like, oh, let's just play the game where all I do is just sit here and say no.
I try to say no a regular amount.
So you can tell from the map that it's like, it looks to be like at least like a one night on the road on the way there as you're traveling. And you can see like the ancient trees arch overhead as their like twisted branches are clawing at the gray sky.
Before we get too far down the road, I don't know. I'm okay on health and stuff, but does it make sense for us to do a short rest? Like, I don't know how the rest of the party's doing. Norv, how are you doing?
I didn't get hurt.
I will take a short
That's
rest. I am 12 of 42. If we're being numerically correct.
Do we want to do a short rest before we go too far?
Do I lose my temp HP if I do so?
That's a long
No,
rest.
because I can do it again at the end of the
Oh.
short rest.
Okay.
I could mildly benefit. Also, though, I don't know.
Are you
going
to be on? Are you doing it like off the road?
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do it on the road. I would do it in the trees off the road.
Remember the 5 extra max. I don't know if Leor still has it, but the other two of you do. In case it like got erased at any point or something.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to remember because the Constitution point I missed was also 5, so it looks like it hasn't changed, but I do have the +5.
Yeah, I do too. I appreciate you notating that. It's weird. It doesn't list it normally, or what I would consider normal. But
yeah, you gotta click in to see it.
So, you kind of settle beneath the same like those gnarled trees that I just described. Like the moss kind of cushions your weary limbs as you sit in the scent of like the damp earth all around you. But everything feels like unnervingly still. Like even like the chirping of crickets, like or creatures or birds is abnormally absent.
I want to play a note on my lute and see if anything reacts to that.
Okay. Do a performance check.
Okay. For my single note on my lute.
Yes.
Well, I only rolled a 6, so.
damn.
A single note doesn't require a high roll though, so that's fine.
Good. Like I have a +4 and I rolled a 2. Like what?
So yeah, your note just kind of lingers and reverbs and almost echoes around you. It just
And there's no sounds of stirring or anything.
nope.
Feels sus, guys. Maybe we should scout around before we get too comfy.
I'm gonna do a little perimeter walk.
Okay. Norb's at alert. Just doing the same with the squad.
I assume I needed to roll, but if not, just ignore that.
Yeah, I was gonna. At least let me ask for it. Jeez.
I'm trying to just, save you a step.
What would you like, DM?
15 would be base perception. If a 21 makes a difference, then 21. And my mother is calling, so I'm gonna go on mute for a second.
Yeah. So you search around the potential site of your little camp, and you don't really find anything. Everything seems like fine, just without any signs of life anywhere.
How does Piddlewick the Second react to any of this?
Piddlewick the Second is honestly already on the ground and like looks like he's resting already. Like hands are like behind his head, his legs are crossed, and he's already looking like he's snoozing.
All right.
But it looks like he's very comfortable.
Yes.
He warned me before I died, so if he feels fine with this, I feel fine with this. I'm gonna start breaking down whatever I need to do a short rest.
Okay. Everyone else tries to take the short rest.
We're in a forest area.
Yep.
And you said it kind of looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, don't half elves only have to sleep for half the time?
That's for a long rest.
Yeah, it's a trance.
Ah, damn.
And I don't know if half elves count. It might just be full elves. I'm not sure.
That is perfectly possible. You know what? I'm not gonna bug over it. Considering it's a short rest, I'll take the short rest.
All of you are able to rest successfully.
Fantastic.
Um,
It didn't roll for me. Everyone, it's a fucking terrible roll. Everyone can add a health if they recovered any with hit dice.
I will take the 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
And then
can you roll a perception for me, Norbert?
yeah, after is it okay with you if I roll my my hit die?
Do it.
I'm trying to remember how to do this. Let's see.
It's not intuitive.
If you click the short rest button, you'll see like the pop-up thing, and you can hit the roll hit dice button.
Yeah.
And you just click it for each one you roll. But if you're just rolling one. Also, if you said it was 1 HP, then you just get that back.
No, I'm adding that too.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
I think God, that's annoying. I do not like the format of this.
You also just do it manually. But
I got 17 extra HP.
I rolled 4 out of 8 of my hit die and got max health.
Nice.
You
Ooh.
do not have 8. Unless you also hulked out like Leor.
Yeah, I only have 5.
Yes, we should all have 5. But maybe you hulked out and we just didn't notice.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you should have 5 hit dice.
You can still choose to roll all 4 of them. That's fine though.
Yeah, but you do only get like 3 back on a long rest. So it's not the end of the world, but you do kind of sandbag yourself a little bit.
I think
yeah.
My
yeah,
D&D
it says you have 5.
My D&D Beyond rounded down. I only got 2 back when I long rested. We typically say always round up, so I don't know how we want to handle that, but
yeah, that's also I think why I have one, because I normally am very cautious about not going over.
Yeah, Jesse, that's what I'm seeing when I open your character sheet. It looks like you have 5.
But DM ruling, are we doing round down for hit dice back or round up for hit dice back?
I think round up.
Okay.
I apologize. I closed my window and had to reopen it. So would you be so kind as to let me know? You click on hit points.
You just click the short rest button at the top. You don't have to click on hit points. And then you check the number of die that you want to short rest, and then you hit take short rest.
Thank you very kindly. I appreciate that.
Yep.
There we go. Good to go. Sorry, I'm thinking about family right now. Why is that not updating the? That did not update the hit points.
On your character sheet.
Roll hit die.
Oh,
Nice. Do I have to roll that 3 times?
We discovered that you do have to do it one at a time, and we rationed.
That's super annoying.
Yeah, we rationed that the logic behind it is that you might want to stop if you're getting a max, like 888 or whatever your hit dice is.
I always understood you got to roll them all together personally. But
like it's a risk.
I see what you're saying though. It's literally forcing you to not.
Well, why is it not? Why is it not automatically updating per roll?
Oh, it's
Like
not
I just
changing.
roll. I just rolled 3 times. I rolled a 7, 8, and a 1, and I'm sitting at the same thing.
Oh yeah, I would have thought it went in your HP.
That's annoying. Are you okay with the manual update, DM? I rolled a 7,
yeah,
8, 1.
That's fine.
Okay. Apologies. That's 3 out of 5 of my.
Don't forget you add con modifier. I think
For every roll or for total?
each roll. Yeah.
So in D&D or roll 20, it says you rolled 7, 7, and 4, and he'd have to add his con modifier because he got an 8.
I could have been wrong. I could have been wrong. So that's with the con modifier.
Yeah, so you're rolling D6. So if you're getting values above 6, then yeah, it's already adding it in.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, apologies. So
You're
that's. I'll just add the 18 and call it a day.
Sounds good.
Oh, hold on. Game log shows me all sorts of shit. What the hell is this?
I'm not used to taking a short rest on that.
What do you mean game log?
What happens if I roll? What happens if I roll?
All right. Well, I'll probably have to log in the next 15.
Okay.
Apologies.
Well, we can just we can.
Well, where are we at? Let's end it on a good note.
So, as you get up from your rest, which is kind of a rare gift, honestly, in Barovia, is an undisturbed rest. For a few moments, you get a sense of peace, but without warning, a sharp caw pierces the silence. And you can all look up and you can see the top of the very dense canopy above, 2 sleek black ravens perched on branches, and their eyes kind of gleam, staring at you all.
Those are my boys, dude.
Also, DM note, I appreciate the sound effects because I had no idea what to picture when you said caw.
Like a raven.
I recently learned that crows caw and ravens do not.
They both kind of caw, I thought. They're both corvids. The corvid family.
I want to ready my weapon. I'm suspicious of these things.
Hey, watch yourself. Don't be raising weapons. These are my boys.
Okay, so talk to them or something. I don't know.
I feel like I tried once.
I just look up in caw.
There you go.
I copy.
One raven kind of like twitches.
No, I don't actually caw. I look up in awe.
That's
It's just
fine.
a joke.
No, I know. But one raven does twitch its head, looking down below, and you see them kind of motion towards one another, and then they both turn back, looking at you as a party, staring intently, and then one of the ravens takes off in flight, leaving the one behind.
I'm like 80% sure these things are spying on us.
No. Don't worry. These guys are my boys. I'm telling you. They might be spying on us, but they're still my boys.
Next time one of these things shows up, you should cast Speak with the Animals and talk to it and get some answers about how they're doing.
I agree. I
think
never
you already
have
did
it
that.
prepared though. I do think I tried it and they didn't really say much or anything.
Yeah, they didn't say anything when you did it.
All I know
Hey,
is they
man.
don't appreciate my music.
Hey man,
Yeah, that's not very cool.
it does seem ominous. Definitely ominous. Just because you tried to talk with him before and it didn't work, doesn't mean you can't try to talk to him again.
And maybe tell them if they don't answer, then I'm inclined to shoot them, just as a bargaining chip.
Right. I will attempt next time. Right this second though, I am not able to do that.
Okay. Onward.
But look, I remember in my Taroko they said without doubt, me and Ravens are like besties.
I don't think that's what
Unequivocally.
they said.
I can't look, I can't guarantee anything, but I'm pretty sure.
So the you would know, Lior, that the crow is kind of culturally significant, like a kind of like a mockingbird in terms of like harming them and like bringing good luck or bad luck. That's how
Crow
they're
or
kind of
Raven?
treated.
Yeah, crow or
Crow or
Raven.
Raven, DM?
It's a raven. I have this board game that we have at home that has a raven in it. Both Taylor and Finn both say crow, and then it's like breaking me because they're like overriding it in my brain.
The orchard one?
Yeah, the orchard one. Because it's a raven.
I thought that one was a crow.
No, see? It's but no. Yeah, they're ravens. None of you have actually seen a crow in Ravenloft.
In Barovia.
Yeah, Barovia.
Okay.
Did he just let slip? Is that spoiler?
Not
I
really.
think I know where
So,
Ravenloft is.
I guess what I'm worried about the most is which one was rap tap tapping on my door.
The Raven, Nevermore.
Yeah.
Bark the Raven, Nevermore. But they're very close in terms of species. They're both corvid.
I know.
I forget. There's another corvid, but it's
we're
also
all
in the
having
family.
we're all having fun here, though. You know.
Mhm.
Got my lesson in bird science today.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were of the same family of what did you call them?
Corvid. They're
Yeah, I didn't know
corvids.
See, I learned that today. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Here, I thought I was an expert in bird law.
Ah.
That was good.
The magpie's the other big one. Magpie is also a corvid. The corvids are smart. All smart birds.
Mm-hmm. No, I did learn corvid today. Jokes aside, so.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to pause then.
Is this a good place to level up?
No. To be honest, I think I let you guys hit level 5 early is the funny part.
We had fought a demon, so
It's true.
Yeah, that was kind of
no-
a big hairy deal.
yeah.
But
To
we've
be
done
honest, though,
so much as level 5. Like the whole Baron, I think everything we did in that city was all like the same level.
Well,
I'm just really
after the
curious
demon.
to see what my next level will be and whether it is Bard or something different. So given that I've sold my
Oh,
soul,
that's a little telling.
well, I don't know. Like,
Quick reminder that after the demon, pretty much everything we fought in the city was like one-shottable guards and like commoners. And then
we've
we've
done a
had
lot, but it's yeah.
And then we got murked by undeads.
Yeah.
this was
You know
a
what?
more
I say we.
significant
I
encounter.
apologize. I got murked by an undead. I don't want to speak for the
Wasn't just
crew.
Lior got destroyed too.
Yeah, that's fair. I just don't want to speak for everybody else.
A single undead destroyed me.
Just so I'm like clearly on the record, in character, Zaro's strat, if we see a horde of zombies, is to walk backwards and keep firing. I think if we just consistently walk backwards, they're slow enough. They're not going to kill us.
Well,
I
really thought the bones were going to be. I thought those bones were significant, and I thought we needed to get the bones out. I went in trying to get the bones with the idea that if I got that was my intention. I did not go in there thinking like I'm going to take on all these zombies single-handedly.
Yeah, you cut out there. But if your thing was grab the bones and run, then yeah, I support that. I'm just saying, like, we weren't abandoning the bones. We could have just walked backwards, killed them all, and then gotten the bones.
To be fair, I was part of the problem as well because I opened door one. Apparently child bones, nothing. Door 2, 8 zombies. So granted there was contrast, you know.
I could feel the tension on Jake's side. It's just like, no, don't open that.
No,
yeah.
we
I
didn't
couldn't
open
say
the door
shit.
with the zombies. You opened the door with the bones, and the zombies let themselves out.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
It's still triggered.
And did you physically do it? I thought you were mage handing, or did you give up on mage hand after mage handing all the safe stuff and then go in with your actual hand for the one that was triggered everything?
No, it was still mage hand.
Yeah,
I thought it was still mage hand.
That's a good precautionary idea. There's good execution.
Yeah.
Unless the doors weigh more than 10 pounds.
Yeah,
Or
but
what's the limit?
You can always try. Just make
It's
sure
very
Well, they're on
a fine door.
The question is about force. Does it take more than 10 pounds of force to open?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
there's
that's
the
quality of
Corvids.
the hinges.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I didn't realize that all the J's were in the same family.
I did not either. I more think of the blackbirds as the Corvids, so this is new to me.
What channel are we on?
General, I just
general.
Okay.
Sorry. I do that. Just carry on side conversations.
Chihuahuan Raven?
Oh, I saw like this little. It must have been like it flew like a hummingbird, but it looked like a large grasshopper. Like the thing was like tiny.
I scrolled all the way to the top of general while we were studying earlier. that was quite a bit of scrolls.
Yeah.
Ooh.
David, I saw like an enormous moth that I also thought was a hummingbird. It might have been one of those.
For like
the blue jay.
It was not flying like a moth. It was like almost invisible wings and like little jittery,
No, that's what I'm saying. I would have sworn on my life it was a hummingbird, but I showed a picture and they said it confidently. Maybe they were wrong, but they were very confident that it was a moth.
Nah, this was a bird. It might not have been a hummingbird, but this one I think was a bird.
You know what this looks like,
I
Squad?
believe you.
This looks like the magic deck that I'm building.
Black and blue.
Come on, man.
I like how the crow and the raven look pretty much identical, just like one slightly bigger.
No, if you really look at a 1-to-1, the beak, like the beak is so much more powerful on a raven.
Yeah, crows are
It's-
smaller too. Ravens are big, dude.
Yeah, like raven. Like if you look at a raven to crow, like 1-to-1, like beak power
Raven versus Crow.
plus
Pulling it up now.
9,000.
We have a raven. We have a few ravens that live in the parking lot by like side pockets, and Mia loves to sauce them up if she sees them on the ground. Yeah, like those guys could fight her for sure.
Oh wow, that's a pretty hefty difference. Okay,
Yeah, really.
like
Okay.
just the thickness of it. Yeah, it's got some.
Yeah, there's a genuine. I did not know that the blue jay was in the corvids. That's wild though.
I have some directions to tell the difference.
A scrub jay? That's rude.
A scrub jay is hanging out the passenger side of its best friend's ride.
I think I saw a stellar jay when I was in Rocky Mountains. Maybe.
He's sidecarring it.
Oh, so
Fucking
crows caw and ravens croak.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Ravens barrel roll.
Do a what?
They do barrel rolls.
I know.
Oh man, Super Smash Bros.
Do a barrel roll. That's cool. All right, I gotta call my brother back.
Yeah, good
All
luck.
right. Catch you guys later.
Y'all have a good
Bye.
night. Good sesh.
Yep. Later.